Hi yogis, it's Michelle. Welcome to class. Today's class will be 75-minute power vinyasa. We'll start with our warm-up, we'll get right to it, and then we'll come lie on our backs, some bridge, twist, and then shavasana. So hang in there with me and let's get started in child's pose. Bringing your toes to touch and opening up your knees to a comfortable place. Or bring your knees a little closer if you like a little more support in your low back. Bring your forehead to the mat or a block if you have one handy. Arms in front of you or arms by your side. And we'll start with some breathing, inhaling and exhaling. This really is my favorite part of class. It's when my perspective starts to shift, my awareness starts to shift towards my breath and to the present moment. So bringing more awareness there, start to activate your ujjayi breathing. Breathing in and out of your nose, creating vocal sounds between your ears, and creating a little restriction in the back of your throat. So the breath is very intentional. Inhale in, lengthen. Exhale in, try to tighten up the front body. When you're ready, start to activate your pose. Stretching your fingertips out a little bit further. And on your next inhale, walk your hands over to the right. Stretching the left side body. So just notice how it feels to open up over there. Breathing in very slowly, feel the length. And on the exhale, try to keep that length, just tighten up the front body. Relax areas like your face, your jaw, your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And turn the gaze behind your eyes to follow every little bit of your breath. You're going to need it. On your next inhale, bring it to center and over to the other side. Just noticing how both sides feel without comparing, just knowing. That's all, just knowing. When you're ready, bring it back to center with your forehead back on the mat, and then set an intention or a centering thought that keeps you focused on your breath. So if you get pulled away from it, you have something that reminds you to breathe. And when you're ready, lift up to all fours, lining up the creases of the wrist, your elbows and your shoulders, stacking the hips over your knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cows. Inhale, as you arch your back, pull your heart forward and lift your gaze, opening up the front body. And as you exhale, round and curl, stretching the spine in the back. Push away and hollow out the front body. Inhale. And exhale, round. 2 more, tuck your toes this time. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale your way back to neutral. Keep your toes tucked. Dial your fingertips back towards your knees for 3 breaths. Inhale. Lifting your low belly to the spine. Exhale, wrapping your ribs in. So tighten up the front body. 2 more. Inhale. Pulling the breath all the way up to the heart. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, lean back towards your feet, pick up your hands, give it a little shake, and place your hands back down. We'll untuck the toes and flip just your right palm up. Give your fingers a little wiggle. You can move side to side or forward, back, or circles. And on your next inhale, we're going to take the right arm out to the right and up to the sky. And on an exhale, thread it through, crossing the right arm in front of the chest and over to the left. You have 3 breaths here. Option just to hang out and breathe. Option to press down with your left hand and roll to the back of your head, gaze up to the sky. Option to send your left leg back and up. Option to lift your left hand up, a half bind, or maybe grab the left foot. And then we'll slowly start to transition out. So it's on an inhale, press down with your left hand, unwind with your right. If your left leg was up, keep it up. Swing your right arm forward, and on an exhale, round and curl navel to spine. And we'll do 3 of these. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Modified side plank. Right hand down. Right foot spins off the mat like a kickstand. Left foot kicks back. Left leg straight and strong. Left foot flexed. Left arm up. Option, bend the knee, grab the foot, the ankle, squeeze the heel in, or kick into the hand. Another option, left foot down, pushing into the pinky toe side of the foot and stretching with your left bicep back by your ear. Be mindful that you're not sticking your butt out, you're drawing your sit bones towards that left foot. On your next inhale, circle the left arm all the way around. Pivot to the ball of your left foot. Squeeze your right heel to your butt. And then inhale, lift up to a 3-legged dog. On an exhale, bring your right knee towards your belly, maybe your nose or forehead. Look between your hands, and the best you can, place your right foot all the way up. Lower your back knee, untuck your toes, and inhale, sweep your arms up, finding your way into a low crescent lunge. Shoulders line up with your hips. Your right knee lines up over your right ankle. 1 more inhale, lift your lower belly. Exhale, tighten up the front body. Inhale, circle it around, frame your right foot, lift up the hips and send your right hip back, half split pose. Drive the right heel down and imagine dragging your right heel back, simultaneously pulling your left knee forward. One more inhale here. On your next inhale, bend the right knee, tuck your back toes, step your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale up halfway, pull right hip back, left thigh bone forward, and exhale, round. 1 breath here. On your next inhale, lift up to your fingertips, take your left hand to the inside or the top of the foot, or all the way over to the outside. Take your right hand to your hip or up to the sky for your twist. Notice the weight in both of your feet and try to balance it out evenly. On your next inhale, you'll bring both hands back down and around to the left for a wide leg fold. Separate your feet a little wider. Make sure your toes are all on the same line, and then stretch your fingertips forward and move your hips back. Take a deep breath in, lift your lower belly. Quality exhale out, tighten up the front body. 2 more. One more. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees a few times, right and left and right. If you have a practice where you like to do headstands, we'll have an opportunity in the middle of our flow. Both hands down, step your right foot back, find your way into a high plank. Shoulders over the wrist or a little more over the fingertips. Wrap the elbows in and back, gaze forward, inhale. And on an exhale, lower halfway with or without your knees. And on an inhale, pull it through. Find a lifted cobra pose or any cobra you enjoy. 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, so take a deep breath in. You'll lift your lower belly, lift up the hips, bring your toes to touch, and find your way back into child's pose. Your resting pose, you're gonna need it. 2 more inhales here. One more inhale. We'll lift back up to all fours. And then we'll take 3 circles around the whole mat, just like our cat-cows. We'll inhale the hips to the left, finding a little arch in the back, and as we exhale, rounding the spine to the left. Inhale and exhale. And then the heart comes forward and you switch. You inhale to the left and you exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Bring it back to center and flip your left palm up. Fingertips face your right hand. Give your fingers a wiggle. Make a fist. Breathe. And then we'll take the left hand to the left and up. Breathing in as much as we can. Start your exhale. Let the movement follow, threading it through to the other side. 3 breaths here. So wherever you moved into from here, do the same. As we transition, it's on an inhale. So the right hand presses down, you lift back up. Reach the left arm to the left to unwind, right foot out, and then reach your left hand forward, inhale. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Make sure you exhale out all the stale air from the lungs. And then modified side plank. Left hand down, left foot kicks to the left like a kickstand to help you balance. Reach right arm up. And then wherever you went on the other side, Mirror it here. One more breath. On an inhale, start to circle your right arm around, coming to the ball of your right foot. Squeeze your left heel to your butt and lift up, three-legged dog. Exhale, round and curl. Thigh to the belly, knee to nose or forehead. Look between your hands and step your left foot up. Lower your right knee down, untuck the back toes, and rise up, Asana. Inhale, lift the lower belly, rising out of your low back. Exhale, tighten up the front body. Left heel pulls back as the right knee pulls forward. One more breath. On an inhale, circle it around, frame your left foot, pick up your hips, send them back, lift the left toes, straightening that left leg the best you can. Honing in on that sensation, guiding your breath into those areas. Your breath will go wherever your awareness is. One more inhale. Exhale fully and completely. Inhale, pyramid pose. Right foot where the right knee was. Inhale up to your fingertips. Zip up the quads. Lift the low belly. And exhale, fold. Tighten up the front body. Tuck your chin to your chest. Just one breath here. On an inhale, halfway lift. Taking the right hand to the inside or outside of your left foot. Left hand to the hip or sky for your twist. Pressing down with your left big toe to drive the outer left hip back. Pressing and stomping in with your right foot to spiral your right thigh forward. Lowering the hands and walking it over to the right. If you walked your hands forward last time, walk your hands back this time. Send the weight a little more into your toes. Send your sit bones to the sky and your navel to your spine. One more breath here. On your next inhale, lift up halfway. Soften your knees and this time bend it right and left again. We're going to bring it back around to a left side lunge. Palms flat if you can. Left foot back, high plank pose. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, cobra. One more breath. On the exhale, lift your belly, lift your hips, and move back into downward facing dog. Press down into all 10 finger pads. Arms are straight and strong. Elbows wrapping in and back. Lower belly lifts to the spine. Sit bones lift to the sky. And heels work their way towards the earth, taking the weight out of the toes. Even if the heels don't make it down, try to lift the toes. One more inhale. On your next inhale, lift your heels, look to the top of the mat, and take little baby steps all the way up. Separate your feet 2 fist distance and hang heavy. Breathe. Notice the weight in your feet. Try to balance it out between the big toe mound and the little toe mound. The inner arches and the outer arches, and then your heels. So those points of contact are nice and sturdy. They're your foundation. Should be able to wiggle around without lifting up those areas. Take one more deep breath in here. Releasing your hands, soften your knees, and ragdoll your way up to standing. Take a few breaths here before we get started. One more. This time, open up your mouth and together, sigh it out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to start grounding the right foot, lifting the left knee. 10 pulsations. Do the best you can. Stay with me. Stay at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale to a curtsy lunge. Inhale. Exhale, curtsy lunge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm already feeling it. Pause for a moment. We're going to place the left foot down, bring the toes together, lift all 10 toes, inhale chair. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, rise up, lift your heels. Exhale, chair, it's 1. Inhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. Inhale. 4. Exhale. Inhale. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Lift your left knee back up. Pause. Step your left foot back. Lunge. Stretch it forward, half crescent. And then press your left heel back and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep the arms back. Inhale, warrior 3. Cactus your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, pull it in. We'll wobble and shake here together. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, bring it in. 2. 3. 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah. 7. Stay with me, we got this. 8. 9. 10. This is where we grow, when we start to really challenge ourselves. Step the left foot back, place your hands down. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Place your hands down, squeeze your right heel to your hip. Knee thrusters for 10. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Right foot back up. Turn your left foot flat. Rise up. Use your left hand as if someone's pulling you all the way up to your warrior 2. Make sure your right toes, ankle and knee are all facing forward. Outer edge of the back foot strongly rooted. And then we'll take 5 pulsations here. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, exalt. Inhale here. And exhale, Parsvakonasana, your side angle. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Warrior 2, deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel it over, frame your right foot. Left hand flat, right fingertips tent, 3-legged plank to side plank. You can keep the right hand down for support or lift your right arm up. Hold for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right forearm comes down. You pivot your heels to the right. Take your left hand up to the hip. I like mine on my hip. Lower and lift for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank. 20 Sphinx lifts and lowers. Inhale, look forward, drop the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, lift. 1. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Pause. Side to side. Right hip down, up and over, left hip. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more, both sides. Hold your forearm plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift your hips, dolphin. So now's your opportunity to go into a headstand, a forearm stand, or a handstand, or stay in your dolphin for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look up between your hands. Take those baby steps all the way back up, or hop it up, whichever you like the best. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Use this pose to catch your breath. We'll release the hands, soften the knees, and slowly ragdoll our way all the way back up. And we'll pause here for 3, 2, and 1. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. And then we'll go on to the other side. Ground your left foot, lift your right leg. Inhale. Exhale to a curtsy. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 5. Inhale. 6. Inhale. 7. 8. 9. 10. Yes. Feet together. Whew. Inhale, chair. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, chair. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Rise back up with your right knee up. Slowly step it back. Lunge. Squaring the 2 hips off to the front. Inhale halfway. Lift the heel, lower the heel. Lift the heel, lower. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lean forward. Find your warrior 3 with your cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale. Soften left knee. Squeeze right knee up and in. Contract your front body. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step it back. Lunge. Take a breath. Knee thrusters. Squeeze the left heel up towards your butt. And lower. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left foot back up. Right foot flat. Cartwheel your way up. Finding warrior 2. Whew. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale to Parsvottanasana, your side angle. Exhale here. And then inhale, peaceful. Exhale, Parsva. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. This time, cartwheel it all the way around. Right hand flat, left fingertips 10, three-legged plank to side plank. And then maybe lift the hands, hold for 5. Keep lifting that lower hip up. 4. Try to ground that right big toe. 3, 2, and 1. Left forearm down. Pivot your heels to the left. Bring your right hand to your hip or wherever you're comfortable. Lower and lift for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forearm plank. 20 Sphinx lift and lowers. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Pause. Side to side. Right, up and over, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Forearm down dog or a headstand, or maybe you lift one leg, maybe the other foot lifts, maybe it doesn't, and then switch. Left leg, maybe the right foot lifts, maybe you just play with a few hop ups. Two more breaths. On your next inhale, soften the knees, press into your hands, lift the elbows, downward facing dog. We'll go through a vinyasa here, or stay in down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale back, down dog or child's pose. On an inhale, lift your right leg back and up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Stay right there, flip your dog. Right foot lands behind the left. Open up the heart. Find your way into a little back bend. And then you can take the right hand down, or you can challenge your balance and step the right foot to the outside of the mat. And then lower the hands to the inside of the right foot. Coming into lizard lunge. Lowering the back knee, top of the foot. Stay here or come to the elbows. So you have a lot of options here, and I'm going to show you all of them. So this is one. You can take that right knee and hike it over your right shoulder. This is two. This is another option, airplane wings. Another option would be to fly your lizard. One more breath. And we're going to lift up the hips a little. Bring the right knee back over the right shoulder. Take the left foot, move it over to the right like a kickstand. See if you can lift up your right foot, grab it with your left hand, kick into the hand and send the right foot out. Option one, option two. We're going to meet in frog pose. Knees come in, lined up with your hips, ankles with your knees, and you'll come all the way down. You'll hold it here for 5 breaths. 1. If you have a big sway in your back, try to lift the lower belly on the inhale and try to squeeze and tighten up the front body on the exhale. One more breath. On your next inhale, bring it up to your hands, pick up your feet, tuck your toes, lift the knees, jump, step, or float back onto the mat. Bring your legs a little closer, turn your heels in and your toes out, and then we'll rise up to goddess. Sink the hips. If you want to find horse, just lift up out of the hips a little. If you want to go for it, go for it. Cactus your elbows. Make sure your butt's not sticking out. You're tucking the tail in. Stay here. Lift your heels and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right forearm down, take a little side stretch here. Left forearm down, take a side stretch here. Slowly come up, interlace your fingers, turn your heels out. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, find your wide leg forward fold. Letting the arms right off your back the best you can today. Shake your head, yes and no, and with yes. Tell your husbands, yes. Say yes to your wives' husbands. On your next inhale, your hands will come to the tailbone. You'll slide your hands down your legs. You'll soften the knees right and left a few times. So we're going to take a mini break. Walk it around to the right. Walk it all the way around to the right. And then lower your knees. Go Mukhasana your legs. So if you have a strap or a towel, you'll take it in your right hand. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, throw it to me. So the strap will go in your hand here. The left hand comes around and walks up the hand. The right hand pulls the left hand. The right hand walks down the strap. Notice the ribs bowed out. Take an exhale. Pull everything in. Hold for 5. 1. 2. 3. 4. 'Last big breath. Reach your arms up. Open and close your hands a few times. Notice the thumbs on the outside. Now bring your thumb on the inside. Wrap your fingers around the thumbs and circle the wrists. Oh, that feels so good. Circle, circle, circle. All those forearms, all those down dogs. Soften the elbows a little bit more and bring your fingertips to the shoulders and circle. Notice if you hear any clicking. Move slower. Breathe deeper. Reverse it. Awesome. We're going to bring it back up. Lifting up. Bring it around to the front. Lunge. Hands flat. High plank. Inhale. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. One more breath. Exhale, lift the belly, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Linger or flip your dog. Spinning the heart open to the sky if you flipped your dog. Bring it around. Lizard. So you had all those options on the other side. Take whatever option you chose. One more breath. Come back up to your hands if you're not there already. Take the right foot, just the foot, not the knee, over to the left like a kickstand. Bring the left shoulder underneath the left knee, hiking the left knee on top of the shoulder, picking up the foot and kicking it out. Option 1. Option 2, you get your warrior foot, lift the leg, kick it out. Lowering slowly, frog, spin it to the right. Maybe the knees go a little further. Maybe they don't. Three more breaths. One more breath. Coming back up to your hands, picking up the feet, tucking the toes, jump, step, or float back to the mat. Turn your heels in, toes out, rise up. Horse, goddess. You want to work? You don't want to work. You want to work? Cactus your elbows. Lift up your heels. Make sure the ankle or the knees are over the ankles or a little bit more towards your toes. If they're not, it's going to make this a little more challenging. Lift the heels and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, hands on your knees. Inhale. Exhale, dip your right shoulder inside. Look over your left shoulder. Use your right hand to push against the right inner knee. Inhale, center and Greek out your spine. And exhale, push to the other side. Two more. Inhale. Notice how the shape of the legs don't change. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Feels so good. Exhale. Inhale, back to center, rising up. Turn your toes in, heels out, and exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Make a fist, look up, and exhale, fold. Let the arms ride off your back. One more breath here. Bringing the hands to your tailbone, then to the floor. Soften the knees, give it a shake, and then we'll pivot around to the front and then all the way to the left. Gomukhasana your legs. Left knee on top of the right. You'll grab your strap in your left hand this time. Your right hand will grab the strap. The left hand pulls the right hand up. And then the left hand walks back down, hoping to one day find the other hand. But if not, don't worry. The left elbow stays up. Wrap the ribs in, tighten up the front body for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Slowly inhale, lift the arms. Open and close your hands. Thumb on the outside. Thumb on the inside. Wrap the fingers and roll your wrists. Oh, so good. Soften the elbows. Reverse your circle. Fingertips to the shoulders. And a nice slow circle to check in. How are my shoulders? Do I hear clicking? Should I move slower? Should I breathe deeper? So good. Take your hands down, lifting your way back up, finding your way back into a lunge, and then high plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra. Look over your right shoulder to check the time. Just kidding. Look over your left shoulder to see if your pet squirrel is there. And then come back center, look up. Exhale, lift your hips, tuck the toes, find your way back to downward facing dog. We're gonna open up the hands a little wider, step the feet up a little closer and together, and we're gonna jump straight through, or at least try, and meet in boat pose. So look up and forward, sweep it through, lift the legs, reach your arms, hold for 5, 4, 3. If you squeeze your legs together, it does make it a little easier. 2. On 1, canoe for 5, 4, 3. Make sure there's not a big space between your back and the mat. 2, 1. We're coming back up, knees into the chest, open the legs, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the legs together as slowly as you can, lower down, inhale, lift up, and exhale, fold. Two more. If you have a strap, now would be a good time to have it. If you have tight hamstrings, so you're not rounding here at all, you're lengthening your spine, integrity in the spine. On your next inhale, rise up, and exhale, lower down for a brief pause to allow all that fun stuff we just did to soak in to the body. I imagine my friends that are doing this with me are getting a giggle, because I usually just do 5 repetitions of things because people complain a little, but I got to do 10. Yay. On your next inhale, reach your arms over your head. Notice the space between your low back and the mat. All you're going to do is exhale, tighten up the front body. Bring the legs closer. Take an inhale here. On an exhale, bring your knees in. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. You deserve this hug. Inhale as the head lowers down, rock it side to side. We'll take a pigeon pose and then we'll move into bridge. So right ankle on your left thigh. Right hand pushes the inside of the right knee away, or traditional right hand through the whole, left hand around here. I like to feel the energy of my right knee pulling or pushing away as I pull my left knee in. Maintaining proper alignment in my back, so my back isn't lifting away from the mat. I'm pressing my back down into the mat. Holding these poses for about 30 seconds. Unless you have an injury, I wouldn't hold it any longer than 15 or 20. Breathing nice and deep to slow down the heart rate. Lower your left foot, lift your right leg, roll around the ankle, point and flex a few times. Bend and straighten a few times. And then switch. Two more breaths. One more breath. Lowering the right foot, lifting the leg, roll the ankle, reverse it, point and flex, bend and straighten, lift both legs, lift both arms. If you need the support of your hands to hold the legs up, hold them up. Roll around things if you can, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, make space between your toes. Feet are going to be hip bone distance apart, all 10 toes facing forward, just like railroad tracks. Press down into the feet, curl your tail under, and on an exhale, lift your hips. Notice if you're squeezing your glutes, relax the glutes a little, squeeze your feet and inner legs. The glutes will activate no matter what. Option to keep your hands here. Option to interlace your fingers, rocking it side to side. Tucking the humerus bones underneath the body. Lifting your chin away from your chest. Maybe even lifting up a little higher. Another option would be to reach your arms up and over your head, where the palms of the hands face skyward. Your final option would be a full wheel. Make sure your your toes are facing forward. Lift up on an inhale. 5 more breaths. 1. Stay there or lift your left leg. Inhale. 2. Lower. Inhale. 3. Lift the other leg. Lower. Inhale. Maybe walk your feet towards the top of your mat, trying to straighten your legs the best you can. 2 more breaths. 1. 2. Walk the feet back if you walked them out. Lower all the way down. Lift your arms up. Lift your legs up. Dead bug pose for 5. 4. 3. 2. On 1, bend your knees. Bring your hands to either the inner arches or the outer edges of your feet. Knees hug close to the body. Tailbone doesn't lift. Tailbone presses down. So it's not about the knees coming to the earth. It's about the spine pressing down. Stay there or get a yogi grip on your big toes and extend your legs all the way out. Hold. 3. 2. 1 more. Some days this pose feels really, really good. Today's that day. Inhale as you lift the legs up. Cross your right knee over your left. Relax your feet. Bring your hands to either knee. And pause for 5. 4. 3. 2. On 1. Open your arms up wide like a T. Place your left foot down. Lift your hips. Move your hips to the right, keeping the tailbone lined up with the top of your head. Bring your knees to the right. Keep your shoulder down. If it's too much of a twist, uncross your legs. If it's not enough, take your right foot and hook it behind your left. 3 more breaths. 1. If you want more, look over your right shoulder. 2. And 1 more breath. Inhale your gaze back to center. Lift up your knees. Scoot the hips back to center. Uncross. Separate your feet. Hip bone distance. Let the knees wrap in. Draw in towards each other. Allowing the low back to decompress for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bring your feet back together. Cross your left knee over your right. Lift up your knees. Rest your hands wherever you're comfortable. For 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Open up the arms. Place your right foot down. Scoot the hips to the left. And bring your knees to your right. Make your adjustments. For 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Bring your gaze back, bend your knees, uncross, center your hips, separate your feet, decompress in the low back. This time bring your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. For 5. 4. 3. to. Bring your feet together. Bring your knees back in. Give yourself a big hug. Rock it side to side if it feels good. Circle your knees around in opposite directions. Just like we moved really slow with our shoulders, move really slow with the circling of your hips. Any clicking, move slower, breathe deeper. We'll go for a gentle hamstring stretch. So your right leg lifts, your right foot is flexed, right hip pressing down. So that's active energy here. And then the right heel kicks up. So the leg is moving in opposite directions. Stay right here. If you want more, lift your head and extend your left foot forward. Lower your head down, bringing your leg, and if you wanted to use a strap, just take the strap around the ball of your foot. And again, keep the shoulders away from your ears. If you have the strap and you have a loop, place your foot in the loop and bring your hands back. And if the hands are on the ground, walk your hands up and let them act as like a little bit of weight to pull the foot down. So as you pull the foot back, the right hip is pressing down, 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 down. Take the right leg and move it over to the right a little. Keep pulling the foot in. Keep pushing the hip down. Inhale, move the right leg to the right. If the left hip lifts, you went too far with lowering the leg. You can keep the right leg lined up with the hip, or you can bring it up a little higher. If you have your strap, you can use your left hand to pull that right leg. We're going to lift the right leg back up. Bring both knees in. Rock side to side. Maybe a few circles. Right foot down. Grab a hold of your left leg or your left foot or your strap. And if you want more, you lift the head, stretch your right foot out, and pull the left leg a little closer. And then you'll take your left leg to the right. Keep the left hip grounded. And then left leg to the other side. These straps really do come in handy. As I'm pulling my strap, I'm really pushing into the strap with my left foot and pulling with my right hand. Inhale the left leg back up. Bring both knees in. Lift your head up for one more big hug. Lower your head, bring the soles of your feet together, lower your feet down, knees out wide. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and say, ah. If you have a big space between your back and the mat, place your feet on a block or a couple of books. Just for 3 more breaths. Let the arms go out wide, preparing yourself for your final pose, your Shavasana. You earned it. I'm so glad you all decided to tune in and flow with me. The most important part of all of this is your final pose, your Shavasana. So you linger here for at least 5 minutes. Thank you for joining me.